There he is. Congratulations, John.
Thank you very much.
Got the rings, right?
Stop that.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, I'll tell you in a second. I gotta see her first.
Just let me know.
Okay, here we go. Not yet. Not yet. Still waiting. She's here, I'm sure.
I hope she is.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you are able, please rise, turn, and greet our beautiful bride. Go ahead. Stop. Okay, John, if you'll join them down there. You may now all be seated. Thank you so much. Well, dear friends and family alike, we're gathered here today in the presence of God to join this man and this woman in holy matrimony. And I'm going to let you in on a secret right now. This is their best day ever. And you get to share with them, right? So let's get started. I ask you today, who presents the bride for marriage?
We do.
Absolutely. Give that young lady a hug and a kiss. Shake the groom's hand. Give him a little advice, maybe, you know. And John, take your bride's hand and step up here. Right about there. Perfect. Now, you as friends and family are able to celebrate with John and Kaitlyn as they start this new chapter together. We also thank everyone who traveled many miles, some from the other side of the state even, and some over here in Kansas City. We also thank those who live here in our area but took the time out of your day to share in their day today. Now, I've just got one question for our friends and family, and I'd like you to answer me loud and proud. Are we ready to get these two married? All right. Now, at this time, we would like to take just a moment before we get started to remember those who aren't with us here today for whatever reason. But we know that those souls are gazing down upon us today in this ceremony. And we take just a moment for silent reflection. John, Kaitlyn, what you have accomplished here today is no small feat. Not at all. Your story began way before you designed the invitations, before you decided to spend the rest of your lives together. You have persevered through good times and bad, the highs and the lows, and it's brought you to this very moment in this beautiful venue among friends and family. Now, a groom that I had the pleasure of officiating for recently made a remark during the creation of his ceremony. Allow me to paraphrase, if you don't mind. I think of life in terms of chapters, like a story. I find I use this metaphor more and more just to remember that indeed life is a journey. And that kind of got me thinking about what he meant. A noted internet blogger, Ali Moore, said, "It seems to me that all lives are filled with chapters. Some are one-page moments, some are deep and complex. I have read a novel recently in which every other chapter was simply one or two words. And life can be like that. And so can, of course, our relationships." Now, the concept of chapters and novels feels quite apt as an analogy as we witness this joining of two into one. My hope today is that as we witness the joining of this couple and take this concept to help them nurture and understand their relationship and to help them tell stories of their world and those people in them to friends and family. Now, not every chapter is going to be nice and long, and not every character is going to stay with us throughout the whole novel. Not every chapter is going to be happy, but every chapter will have meaning. And each one has shaped us and should be remembered for what it is, and the rest is still unwritten. Kaitlyn and John, the rest is up to you, starting today. Now, marriage brings two people into a new creation of love. In fact, we hear in 1 Corinthians, let all that you do in love. And when the couple and I first interviewed together, I asked them some pretty important questions, but none so much as, why this person? There's 1 billion of us on this planet, probably more than that by now, but why this person right in front of you? And as Kaitlyn and John prepared for the ceremony, that thought helped as they reflected on what it is that they love about each other. Now, Kaitlyn tells me she loves John for being her rock-solid partner. She appreciates the way they can laugh together for hours and that he always puts her first. She admires how selfless, kind, and driven he is, but mostly she loves the way he loves her. John related to me that Kaitlyn inspires him every day with her love. It's a love that is unconditional. She is where home is, and seems to have some of the qualities that he admired in his mother. Kaitlyn's easy to laugh with, easy to be best friends with, and he looks forward to many, many happy moments to come in the years ahead. Now, John and Kaitlyn, as you stand here before friends and family, I ask you to declare your intentions to join in this sacred covenant of marriage. So, John, I'm going to start with you. John, do you come here freely and without reservation to give yourself in marriage? Do you promise to love, honor, respect, and keep Kaitlyn as long as you both shall live?
Very much do.
Okay. Kaitlyn, I ask you the same question. Do you come here today freely and without reservation to give yourself in marriage? Do you promise to love, honor, respect, and keep John as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Now, before we proceed with the exchanging of vows, the couples ask for a reading or two to remind us of the full life that marriage can bring. And we turn first to Song of Solomon 6, 2 and 3. My beloved has gone down to his garden, to the bed of spices to graze, in the gardens, and to gather lilies. I am my beloved's, and my beloved is mine. He grazes among the lilies. John, Kaitlyn, I want you to look at your hands as you're holding them together. And remember that these are the hands of your best friend. Young and strong and full of love for you, that are holding yours on your wedding day. As you promise to love each other today, tomorrow, and forever. These hands right here are the hands that will work alongside yours as together you build your future. These are the hands that will passionately love you and cherish you through the years, and with the slightest of touch will comfort you like none other can. These are the hands that will hold you when fear and grief fills your mind. These are the hands that countless times will wipe tears from your eyes. Tears of sorrow, but also tears of joy. These are the hands that will hold your family as one. These are the hands that will give you strength when you need it. And lastly, these are the hands that even when wrinkled and aged will still be reaching for yours still giving you the same unspoken tenderness with just a touch. It's time now for the couple to exchange their vows together in front of you. And here we start with John.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. No, I need to be steady up gates on this one. My throat there. My dearest Kaitlyn, I cannot begin to express my excitement and absolute joy to stay here. As such, I do find it difficult to find the words to match my excitement and how fortunate I am to be in this situation with you, embarking on life together with you. So I will lean upon your favorite author and poet, Durrell. I cannot promise you a life of sunshine. I cannot promise you riches, wealth, or gold. I cannot promise you an easy pathway that leads away from change or growing old. But I can promise you all my heart's devotion, a smile to chase away your tears, a love that's ever true and ever growing, a hand to hold in yours through each tomorrow. And with all that said, I cannot wait to marry you and call you my wife, and I'll love you forever.
Amen.
Thank you. You hold hands with me, you just want to do so well. Good memory.
Kaitlyn, your turn.
Okay. See if I can read my handwriting.
What?
I've often heard that marriage is the start of a couple's journey together, but I don't necessarily think that's true. I think our journey is continuing and maturing, but definitely not starting today. Our journey started with a Sunday fun day on a screened-in porch. Sorry, the pages got stuck together. 7 years ago. It started after a first date, almost a month later, followed by a second the very next night. The start of our journey was also the start of the greatest friendship that I've ever known. Wherever you are is my favorite place to be. I stand here today with nothing to give you but myself. I can't promise a life without disagreements or challenges, but I can promise you'll always have a spot in bed next to me and Pepper, a kitchen island with DoorDash takeout on it and our favorite Nebbiolo wine, a living room with the sound of my Bravo TV shows and squeaking pigs, and a home in my heart forever. I will love you for an eternity, and that still won't be enough, but I promise to do just that. Spending my life loving you will be the greatest thing I ever do.
Amen.
I love you. I know.
And now, do you, friends and family, promise to support this couple, encourage their marriage, and witness their lives together? If so, I want you to give me your resounding yes, and say, we do. Yes, we do. All right. I knew you were out there. Now, in addition to the gifts of one another, the bride and groom will present each other with wedding rings as they become one in marriage. Your rings are a circle, which is a symbol of eternity. Its endlessness is the perfect symbol of oneness and unity, with no beginning and no end. The hole in the center of the ring also has significance. It presents a gateway or door leading to things and events both known and unknown. The rings will signify your never-ending love, devotion, and unity as one. It's a constant reminder of you stating to one another, I love you. I wish to be with you forever. You are mine. Brian, may I have the rings, please? I love this guy.
I know, he's great.
I'm related to him, so I'm stuck.
Witness these rings that each gives and receives in the unity of God above and with each other. Now, Kaitlyn, John, if you'll take Kaitlyn's ring, place it halfway down her ring finger, and repeat after me. Kaitlyn, I give you this ring
Kaitlyn, I give you this ring
as a reminder
as a reminder
that I will love you,
that I will love you,
honor and cherish you
honor and cherish you
in all times,
in all times,
in all places,
in all places,
and in all ways forever.
and always forever.
With this ring,
With this ring,
I marry you and bind my life to yours.
I marry you and bind my life to yours.
There you go.
Well,
Well, that was a mouthful.
Yeah, it was a mouthful. Yeah, it was nothing.
It is a symbol of my eternal love,
It is a symbol of my eternal love,
my everlasting friendship,
my everlasting friendship,
and the promise of all my tomorrows.
and the promise of all my tomorrows.
Slide that ring on.
Absolutely.
And we're halfway there.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Kaitlyn, if you'll take John's ring,
Light ahead.
look into his handsome eyes, and repeat after me. John, I give you this ring
John, I give you this ring
as a reminder
as a reminder
that I will love you,
that I will love you,
honor you,
honor you,
cherish you
cherish you
in all times,
in all times,
in all places,
in all places,
and in all ways forever.
and in all ways forever.
With this ring,
With this ring,
I marry you
I marry you
and bind my life to yours.
and bind my life to yours.
It is a symbol of my eternal love,
It is a symbol of my eternal love,
my everlasting friendship,
my everlasting friendship,
and the promise of all my tomorrows.
and the promise of all of my tomorrows.
All right, slide that on.
Yeah, it's a knuckle. I think it's just fat.
Not fat fingers, no.
There you go. We're good. All right.
Okay, got it.
There you go.
All right.
It's not coming off.
Never.
Knuckles are way too fat. No, it's way too fat, Knuckles.
Now we read in Ecclesiastes 4, 9 through 10, two are better than one because they have a good reward for their toil. For if they fall, one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him who is alone when he falls and has not another to lift him up. John and Kaitlyn, the love already shared by your hearts has been strengthened by the vows you have taken and the rings you've now exchanged. And as a blessing, may your marriage bring you all the exquisite excitements a marriage should bring, and may life grant you patience, tolerance, understanding. May you always need one another, but not so much to fill your emptiness as to help you know your fullness. May you look for things to praise often and say, I love you. Take no notice of the small faults. May you enter into this mystery that is the awareness of one another's presence, no more physical than spiritual, warm and near when you're side by side. May you have love, and may you find it loving one another. All right. Now, by the authority given to me by the state of Missouri, I pronounce that you, my friends, are husband and wife. John, kiss the bride. Okay, turn and face the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, it's with honor to present to you for the first time Dr. and Mrs. John Alfred Thomas. Okay, Brian, go ahead.